welcome. To Birth Me Code. A demo. Free on Steam currently. By Miracle Moon. And this is interesting. On the Steam page, you can read how it's inspired by games like Your Turn to Die and Zero Escape. And inspiration is pretty clear. But the interesting twist about this is that we're actually playing as the Mastermind, from the Mastermind's perspective. Skip completed puzzles, always show highlights. Ooh, Lexicon credits. Ooh! So this looks like what the final flowchart's gonna end up being. Interesting. So, start. Well, let's get right into it. Oh. Where am I? Floating. I'm floating. Floating in a sea of nothing. Before, everything was dark. Now I know that you're here. The thought is comforting. Please, don't go. Not yet. I need you here, right now. But it's useless, isn't it? I already know you. Kill me. And God witnessed all that had been made, and indeed, it was good. And there was evening, and there was morning, the sixth day. Genesis 1:31. Ooh, this is messed up. This is messed up, but it has to be done. The seat the girl was sitting on was uncomfortable. It was the least of her worries, however. Oops, that button's disabled. Let's see. Options window. Oh. Ah, okay, that's Arca. It was the least of her worries, however. Hunched over with her eyes closed, it was the perfect moment for introspection. Pandora. That's my name. Oh, at least that's my nickname. It's made of pan and doron. It's Greek. It means all and gifted. So the all-gifted, or the all-giving. That's a really poor name, because I have nothing to give. Just things to take. Take from who, you ask? From 8 animals. She remained immobile, as if she was afraid of what was soon to come. Afraid of the unknown, afraid of failure, afraid of being afraid. Every possible thing to be afraid of all at once. In the room, 2 other people were alongside her, immobile. They already had their masks on, unlike the other girl. One vaguely resembled a rabbit, and the other, a wolf. The one next to the girl was similar to a bear in theme. I think it's about time to put on the helmet. It won't be long before they wake up, and if I'm not ready by then, I'd rather not think about it. There, it's on. Just as expected, I can't see anything through it just yet. That's because my helmet's special, given that I'm behind all of this. I need to have some measure of control and all. The vision will be fixed once I connect to it. I can't see anything because the cameras lining the exterior aren't linked yet. I can hack any helmet thanks to that, which lets me spy on others. I couldn't make this kind of thing myself. The guy programmed it all for me. Is he a part of this too? No, I don't think so. All the people here have committed great sins, and it was all Pandora's fault. You could say it was my fault. I'm Pandora, after all. I've been Pandora for years. Well, I better get to it. Time to activate this piece of junk. Fudge nuggets. So he did program it to be a funny puzzle, which I can't say I'm that surprised about. I should have expected something like this from that piece of work. I don't think he really understood what these helmets were for. In a way, I'm glad that's the case. But it also means I'm gonna have to solve this kind of thing every time I want to spy on someone, huh? All they apparently have to do is follow the instructions on the upper part of the interface, which is simple enough. Doesn't matter what I'm looking at. He left me a way to get hints, too. That's nice, since I don't have the time to worry over solving it the proper way. Enough flubbing around. I'll just take the hints if I need them, so I can finish this ASAP. Whoa! Solve the puzzle! Yes! Oh, okay. Oh, hello, we can saw. Oh, okay. Answer after the dot. Oh, wait. The answer... duh. Well, that's silly enough. Hope answer. You solved it! Certainly not a coincidence that the remaining word spelled hope. At least that was easy. Yeah. Processing. Complete. Evaluating frequencies. Connection established. Smile and shine. The helmet the blonde girl was wearing lit up. Immediately, she was assaulted by a vicious and annoyed howl coming from the side, which promptly and completely woke her up. And what the fuck is going on here? One of the teens wore a helmet that loosely looked like a rabbit's head. It was a sharp contrast to the cheerleader outfit she was otherwise adorned with. In a sense, it also kind of fits in with the aesthetic. Funnily enough. Colorful and bright in aesthetics, one could only expect the girl wearing it to be just as cheerful and happy. On the other hand, she seems quite angry. Judging by what she was screaming, she was anything but cheerful or happy. Yes. Look, I have no idea. Oh. I keep telling you, I don't know what's going on, and no, I can't take off this weird mask either. other student wore a canine helmet. His clothing was strange, as if he was wearing one of those skin-tight suits from animated series. You don't get to pick how and when you get kidnapped, so that's what he was wearing. Their bickering continued, uninterrupted. I'm not buying that. You two were sitting there, calm and peaceful like you own the place, while I was going apeshit over here. You're still going apeshit right now. Calm down. I was asleep, and I bet she still is. We must have been drugged. Calm down! Do you even know who I am? You don't order around a girl like me. Then we should introduce ourselves, Miss Superiority Complex. Unlike the more agitated rabbit girl, the wolf boy was still calm, studying his current surroundings without blowing anywhere the same fuss that she was. No, fuck, I'm not telling you. I'm not telling anybody. What if you're after my money? No, fuck, no. Okay, then don't ask me if I know who you are. The wolf boy thought about it and came up with an alternative. Do you have some kind of nickname, then? Or anything else like that? I can't go around calling you Bunny, and I bet you'd hate that, too. Bunny? What are you talking about? The mask you have, it kind of looks like a rabbit. It has 2 ears, see? Here and there. Yours looks like a wolf's head, I guess. That's it. You think you could just threaten me with that thing on, don't you? Knock it off. Your head also looks really uncanny with that helmet. So, nickname? A voice tone made it excruciatingly clear he was really getting tired of her shit at that moment, which ultimately made her abdicate her stance on the matter. Whatever, fine. Superbia, that's my nickname. Is it fair enough? Doesn't seem like there's anything super about that girl. Yikes. Yeah, yikes indeed. Wonder if there's an easy way to save. The trust button's now active. I hope I thought about it for a moment. The seconds passed, the girl grew increasingly agitated again. Hey, you! You tricked me. Now you get a leg up on me. That's what you think, right? Now you get my name, and I don't have yours, so... No, shut up. I'm thinking. You shut up. Nobody tells me to shut up. My words are far more valuable than yours. I'm saying I'm thinking about it. Can you stop being a little bitch for a few moments so I can even say my name? You're not even hearing yourself, are you? Calm down already. Holy hell. We're in the same boat, okay? That small outburst seemed to calm down the bunny girl. He let a few seconds pass to test their mettle. After he let a few seconds... That sentence isn't clicking for me. The guy spoke again, making good on his word. So I have a nickname too. It's Invidia. Oh. Invidia. Okay, that works, I guess. Now what? Now, I'm not sure. Invidia, sense of envy. Superbia, sense of superiority. Maybe it's time to say hi. As their tones settled down, the girl wearing the bear-themed helmet reached forward onto the desk as if trying to stand up. Oh. Both of them turned to look at her, but just as quickly, all three of them could no longer see anything of each other or the classroom. Or we could start the program by mistake. Had to happen sooner or later, I guess. Oh! On the inside of their helmets, they could see a girl. She looked fairly cute, if not a little young. There was a remarkable purity emanating from her. That's me? It's a fake representation of me, I guess. You could say it's my avatar. From the moment that avatar spoke, time seemed to stand still. Hello, everybody, and welcome to your unfortunate but warranted prison. My name is Me, and meeting you at last is entirely my pleasure. I assure you. Please remain silent as no one can hear you, and this is a very important recording you will only hear once. It is shared to all 9 of you to keep the playing field fair. So we have 2 of our deadly sins in the room with us right now, Superbia and Nvidia. First, I will be telling you a few rules that will be very important, so make sure to listen closely. As that honeyed voice flowed forth, the pose on the screen changed as if to indicate a different emotion. However, the tonality was unchanging, clashing with what was shown. The helmet you wear is very special. If you attempt to remove it, you will be surrendering your right to live. So I would please urge you not to do that. Or do it if you want. Whoa, hello. It's no skin off my back. No, really. I don't have skin. I'm just an avatar. The avatar's tone grew colder with those words, but it was back to normal as quickly as it had first changed. I understand it is very uncomfortable, but if you wish to get rid of it, you'll have to follow my instructions later. For the time being, you are stuck with it. Now, very important fact, I am merely an image that represents someone in your group. Your goal in this game is to kill me. To that effect, the game we will play is called, you guessed it, Kill Me. After you have killed me, you'll be one step closer to escaping this hellhole I've put you in. One step closer. Please accept my sincerest apologies for that too. If there's any other way, I would have taken it. Unfortunately, your time is not infinite. You have a total of 6 hours to bring about my death. Should the allotted time expire, you will all surrender your right to live. The thought is so very unbearable. Speaking of time limits, when you're in a room like this one, your time limit is shortened to 39 minutes. What? You are locked in this room until you figure something out, preferably within the allotted time. What you have to figure out changes with each room, except for these first rooms. In these first rooms, all 3 groups will have to figure out what links all of you together. Don't worry, I made it a little easy because the time will have been ticking down to 30 minutes while I spoke. See? I am fair, as long as you obey the rules. The chilling stare made its appearance once more, only to be replaced with her normal, kinder eyes afterwards. Don't worry, as soon as you figure out the answer, simply say, "Let me out!" followed by the answer, and the door will automatically come unlocked. Oh. Unfortunately, if your answer is wrong, the one who said it will surrender their right to live. Oh. I trust you understand this means that if you senselessly scream for me to let you out, you will merely die, so please do not do it. Or do it if you want. If you animals value your lives so little, then be my guest. I will talk more about the Kill Me game once you are out. I have one last thing of note to tell you before I go. When you escape, the door will close behind your group, and you will not be allowed to come back, ever. Make absolutely sure to collect the key cards and any weird keys you find here. To disable cheating, you are not allowed to take any item out with you that isn't in one of the final containers of these deduction rooms. Ooh, I'll see you later. Following that crazy recording, the screen was replaced with a normal view of the classroom. Everything is going as planned. Did you see that too? Finally, one of them spoke up again, even though they weren't in any state of mind to fully register what the artificial lunatic had told them. Yeah. What is even going on here? I don't get any of it. That girl is some creepy shit. I have to admit this wake-up call is a little unexpected. Anyway, there's no time for screwing around. Me said that there was only a half an hour before we die in this room, and I honestly don't want to test that claim. We have to leave. Pronto. Me? Right, that girl's name. Fine, whatever. Like hell I'm dying here. What about you, little girl? Would you you mind finally giving us a nickname to call you by, too? Or you could just say your actual name if you don't care either. These nicknames exist just because Bunny Girl here got cold feet. Bunny Girl? Fuck off with that! Look, you're wearing that. It's not going to change anytime soon. The two of them patiently awaited an answer. This is stressful as hell. Being locked in here with these two would be terrifying if I didn't know better. Actually, now that I think about it... Funny, I can't remember my name. I'm too young to have Alzheimer's yet. What about you, Grumpy Face? First of all, I am not grumpy, and second of all, how could you be so calm and crack jokes at a time like this? We're running out of time here. Spit your name out already, holy shit! Apparently, playing the part of the fearful girl seems to be working out. Neither of them are suspecting anything. Though, it's making that idiot Sandwich even more annoyed. Which is either bad or really great. A small sound came from the smaller girl. The two others just looked at each other in confusion. Superbia eventually threw her hands in the air and decided to leave the two of them alone for a while. Despite the timer going down, things calmed down a little after her departure. Now, do we dare click the trust button? Oh, okay, that just pops up. Okay. No trust yet. Look, I can't hear you. You'll have to talk a little louder. He leaned towards her as if waiting for her to answer. Another tiny sound came from the girl's helmet, which naturally distorted their voices. Thanks to the sound modulator inside each of them. Ancora? That's what I heard. That's right. It's Ancora. Ancora's my nickname. Another made-up nickname to hide behind. It's necessary, just like how I have to make sure nobody can find out I'm behind this. However, things could get dicey later. Following that introduction, Ancoria, let's talk more with NVIDIA. You know, I can't remember my actual name either. When I was thinking about it, Ancora just popped out. But it's not really a name, is it? NVIDIA crossed his arms pensively, trying to make sense of the situation a little. Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I bet the bunny is too afraid to admit she's got amnesia, too. She completely dodged it earlier. See, my original reaction to just someone popping out with, yeah, my friends call me Superbia. Paragon of smugness and superiority. Is like, it seems a little unnatural for a normal nickname, but I can understand if it was just names that were inherently planted when their memories were erased. Oh. Ah, fuckwad! The door's actually locked! While they spoke, Superbia had tried to open the door. Despite the lack of facial features, it was easy to see she was getting worked up again. The boy held his hands up, calmly shrugging. No kidding, that's what Mimi said before. Stupid, stupid. We can't even leave for real. If anybody told me I would be stuck in some dumb classroom with a bunch of idiots to play a stupid game. Superbia tried to twist the handle in vain. It wasn't going to work. Fuck! I was so sure it was just a dumb fucking joke. All the more reason to hurry, then. We don't have any time. 3 minutes already went by. We can sort all other information later. When you're done trying to open the door, join me and Ancora. Ancora agreed with NVIDIA. Yeah, I don't know what this is all about, but our first priority is to leave, so let's start looking around. Let's see. Leave anything you find in the cubicles in the back. That way we can easily look at everything we find. Both of them set off to explore the room and see what they could find. Shortly after, Superbia joined them, having given up on the door. The timer in their helmets read 27 minutes remaining. It's more than enough time. Obviously, I already know what's going on, and what links all of us here, but I can't skip any steps. I thought about it too much, I would jeopardize the operation, and I'd be found out. It's best to just focus on the search in the room. It's pretty simple. All that needs to be done is to investigate as normal. A lot of things in the room can be selected as part of the search. It's also possible to check the cubicles in the back to see everything that's been found. A bit like an inventory of sorts. Okay. Ooh. Deduction! I like that little cut-in. Oh, wow. Oh, that's neat. What's in the wastebasket? I'm just gonna say, another one of those things that felt weird initially, but makes more sense thinking about it, is Ancora, obviously, our in-game self. The narration referring to her in the third person, because essentially that's us playing a bit role. The real Pandora is the mastermind, not Ancora. Okay. How many times do you think people have drawn dicks on this chalkboard before the teacher sat down in the morning? Wow. Oh, sorry, I didn't hear. Could you repeat the question? Never mind. I was just wondering about stupid stuff. Either way, there's nothing here. Not even the slightest bit of chalk, so let's move out. Anything in the trash can? There's, like, no chance in hell I put my hands in there. Suit yourself, but we have to look everywhere. No, we don't have to look in there. Are you this afraid of trash? Clearly not, since I'm talking to you. Oh! Look again, genius. The bin is empty, there's just no point. And what about underneath the bin? There's nothing there either. Who would be so stupid as to hide something under a garbage bin? So did you check then? Yes, I did check. Well then, what's up with these 20 questions? So you did put your hands in there in the end. I'll put the back of my hand on your face if you don't shut up. How? This mask is in the way. Stop, I'm out. I'm walking away from this bin right now. Ancora watched from the sidelines. That's a lot of animosity over essentially nothing. Yeah. Hey, we gained some trust with Wolf. Did you look in there yet? I just finished and nada. So much for that. Ooh, lamp. This lamp seems strange from the very moment I looked at it. It's not the lamp that's strange, though. It's the light. There's something in there. Fine, I'll grab it for you. Shorty. Yeah. The shorter one crossed her arms in slight annoyance while Superbia grabbed the object to fish it out of the lamp, standing on her tiptoes to reach it. Oof, 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 that's hella hot! Due to the scalding temperature of the object from being so close to the light bulb, Superbia dropped it to the ground. Cora reached for it before deciding against it. Yeah, don't touch that yet. Give it, like, a few seconds. What is this? Looks like a cylinder of some kind. What are you supposed to do with it? I don't know. At least we found it now. I'll take it to the shelves in the back. Superbia competitively stepped on onto the object. No way, that's my cylinder now, whatever it's used for. Didn't you say it was too hot to touch it anyways? Yep, I traded shares with yours truly, so please vacate my new property. Well, whatever. Just make sure to bring it with the rest, so we can have a look at all the things we found. Huh, look. There's a slot on one end too, like something's made to be inserted into there. They're traded shares with the way! Oh! This rabbit-themed girl walked off the object to go yell at some obscenities at NVIDIA. In the meantime, Ancora grabbed the cylinder and took it over to the shelves in the back. Alright, what have we looked at? Door. Strange, the handle doesn't turn. I mean, I already knew it was locked. There's a slot for a key under it. Do you think what me said was a lie? You sure that's for a key? What else could it be for? It beats me. One thing's for sure, I can't leave yet. There's even a large metal plate covering the entire window and the door. Natural thing in your little mastermind situations. Projector. Classrooms use these things to show movies and whatever else. I like watching movies in class. Unfortunately, we can't reach it. Even Superbia is not tall enough. We need a stepladder. Or a ladder. Ain't it? That's what I said. Not at all. Ladders and stepladders are... Look, we really have no time for this at all. Much appreciated. When Cora approached the bookshelf, Superbia stopped her with a hand on her shoulder. There's nothing in there. How do you know? What about all those books? Watch and learn. The rabbit-themed girl reached for one of the books. Then she pulled, and the entire row came out with her grip. Oh, wow, what the heck? Not surprising, but, well, gotta play the part, I guess. They're fakes. Not a single book in there is real. There's nothing else in there either. Exactly. Take that, book nerds. Yeah. These look locked, but it can't hurt to give it a go and see if they open. Forget it, I already tried. Who said that? Oh, that was us. Forget it, I already tried. None of them open. All locked. Well, in that case, did you try looking behind or under? You know, you're smarter than you look. I hadn't thought of that yet. Vidya crouched, peeking under the lockers and spying an empty area. Reaching into it, he eventually pulled out an item. Looks like we've hit the jackpot. Here's a key. Oh! It doesn't fit any of these locks. Let's try it somewhere else then, Einstein. That's a good guess coming from you. But I don't think my name has anything to do with Einstein. It's a figure of speech. Whatever. I'm out. Vidya made sure the key was kept safe on the box shelves in the back of the room. Alright, what else haven't we seen yet? Yeah, I think that's it for up here. Yeah, just go up around that so you can move. Oh, okay. Oh, it's just a different angle. We didn't see this before. Look at this box. Doesn't it feel grossly out of place? What kind of classroom has random metal boxes lying around? Yeah, that's exactly the point I just made, Superbia. Very attentive, I see. What do you think is in there? I don't know, but it looks rather really heavy. Vidya reached around it, grabbing onto the sides to attempt to lift it. He gave up after a few seconds, already panting from the effort. Yep, no lifting that thing. Not only does it look heavy, but it weighs as much as 2 or 3 persons together. That's not fair, you know. People don't all have the same weight. Let's just go with averages then. Point of the matter is, it's not doable by any of us for sure. Are you sure you're not just masking your incapability to lift? Vidya shrugged, not wanting to get into a fight over it or anything. There's a keypad on one of the sides, but I can't think of where we could enter there. Maybe it's for later then. Okay, maybe the key we found goes into the teacher's desk. Look, the teacher's desk has drawers behind it. Think we'll find anything in them? Nuts. The first one opens, but it's empty, and the second one's locked. Let's see if the key we found fits there. Bingo! Here we go! What's in here, then? There's another key. And a strange block that looks like a triangle. Okay. Looks more like a triangular prism to me, since it's a 3D shape. Oh, shut up. You know what I meant. Either way, we should bring all this over to our shelves so we don't lose them. Look, there's a weird slot on the end of this prism. I guess something goes in there, then. Vidya held onto the objects, and Cora didn't care to grab the key back, but Vidya took it anyway. It's been used already. No point in taking it back. There's also a cabinet underneath the drawers. That one's not locked, so let's have a look inside. Oh, I found something. It's a newspaper clipping. It's talking about a murder at a school, but everything's crossed out. I don't recall anything like that myself. If it's here, though, then it has a link to us, doesn't it? Let's keep it in mind and look around some more. Lydia brought the newspaper clipping with the rest of their stuff in the back of the room. Ooh, okay. I guess I'll have to go over to the back of the room to examine it. Just gonna give it the same conversation. Oh, maybe a key we found will help with this now. She inserted the key into the locker to open the first compartment, but it was empty. Ah, nuts! Nothing in here at all. Try the others too. Maybe it'll work on more than one lock. And Cora went ahead and attempted to unlock the other drawers, which found a moderate amount of success. In one of them, she found a rectangular prism. All the others were empty. Another one of those prisms. When I shake it, I can feel there's something inside. I don't feel too surprised we found another one of those here. Small things come in big packages, huh? Hey, I just noticed the prism has a weird slot on one of its ends, too, like the other. At any rate, let's leave it in the back. So we have to go to the back to... Oh, can we chat? Superbia, what you up to? What is it? About the girl in the helmet. What about her? She's called me and she spoke at me earlier. Because it wasn't really a convo, right? All she did was tell me to die. Well, that's a little unfair. I wouldn't really put it that way. Oh, yeah? Should I say she's invited me to go out and have lunch, then? Should I tell her I graciously accept and I'll be here there on time? She says to jump. You ask how high, don't you? Well, no. She didn't tell us to die. I mean, she did say if we don't value our lives, feel free and just do wrong things and get killed. And in fact, there was a weird concern over us, I think. Does it matter? The point is, she's been telling me what to do. That fact did make Superbia look slightly upset, for all that Ancora could see of her. Do you know what happened to the last guy who tried to tell me what to do? What happened to him? I killed him. Oh! Time stood still as she admitted it. And Cora wasn't sure what she should feel about it. I'm kidding, you duns. Man, it's so hard to know if you're taking it as a joke or not with that helmet covering your face. Look, our timer's ticking. We really don't have time for any of this. Okay, I understand. Any other waste of time? Any ideas about what we should do here? Clearly that portrait has to do with something. If it looks old and filthy. Ah! So this is the hint conversation. The frame's really odd and the shape. Look at the shapes it ended in it. If I had to guess, we need to put something in it. All four of those. I guess that much myself, but... What? Do you want my opinion on what we have to do or not? Sorry, I didn't mean it that way. Any other waste of time? Bye. Never mind. Sure, whatever. Oh. That's where you were sitting, I think. Actually, I was at the desk right in front of it. That one. And I was at the desk on the far right in the back. Did this have a purpose? Apparently not. Just looking around. Oh, okay. Does that have a purpose? Let's check the attic. Oh, inventory. Steal the key. Okay. Interesting. Is there anything else to actually see from this angle? If we move, does that take us back to the normal view? Yes. Alright, let's check this. What a weird painting. You won't see me hang that in my living room, that's for sure. Are you sure it's a painting? It looks stuck against the wall. No matter how much I try pulling it off, it feels like it's hiding something underneath. Yeah, but the cover itself is a painting anyway. See, it's painted. It even has some 3D elements. It's probably dragged her hand along the surface of the painting before removing it, just as quickly, when a circular piece broke into her fingers. Oh, what is this? Yikes, it's coming apart. How old and filthy is this thing? I can't believe I let my pretty hand touch that surface. That's your only worry here. You sighed in disbelief. Either way, look at the corners. There's several differently shaped holes in the frame. Great, putting things in holes. I outgrew that when I was like 2 years old. Huh, some people spend their lives putting things in holes. Might be worth keeping all this in mind after we figure out what to do with it. Yeah, NVIDIA, like carpenters, they put nails in holes in wood. And the like. Mind bringing the circle over the shelves? Trivia shrugged with disgust, flinging the circle over the shelves. Landed in one of them, thankfully on one of its flat ends. Well, geez. Oh! We can mess with stuff. No trust, Rabbit. I don't trust you anyways. Let's mess with the triangular prism. After fiddling a little by using the thin, wide circle, Superbia broke off the painting. The group managed to open the object. Inside was a smaller triangular prism. And a piece of paper. It reads... it's a text message. 7 p.m. back of school. Left bin, brown bag. What does that mean? Clearly they're instructions. We know this anyway. It's a pack of drugs. Generally left in a hidden area so nobody but the recipient can find it. Oh, and how would you know that? I have a friend who's an addict. Not very reputable, if you ask me. Whatever, I'm not here to talk about my life. Anything about who sent this? Apparently the sender's name is Pandora. Oh. I suppose we should keep that in mind. Alright. Mess with the large cylinder. Making clever use of the large circular object in the slot of the prism, the group slid its cap right off. Inside was a smaller cylinder. And a printed picture. What? That's a website of some variety. The address reads... thesinemptiness.com. The title of the page says, My Emptiness. There's a list of names. 9 of them. Pandora. Tristidia. Nvidia. Ira. Superbia. Gula. Luxuria. Avarita. Avaricia. And Ancora. That's interesting. This kind of rings a bell. That's interesting. So we know from starting this that we're Pandora. But we're currently Ancora. Yeah. Alright. Drug sent by Pandora. Alright, if we go back to this. We still don't have all 4 of those shapes, do we? No, we don't for now. Guess it's time to get a move on. I still don't know what to do with this. Me neither. Okay, is there something I'm missing? And again, what if we look at the bookshelf from this angle? Let's talk to my boy. Be quick, our time's short. But the girl in the helmet. That girl. Me, was it? Don't know who she is or anything. Not that I remember a lot from before I woke up, except for certain things. Like what? I don't really want to say. It's kind of personal. Maybe I'll tell you later, if this whole thing isn't a farce and we're still alive by then. What about you? Can you remember stuff yet? It's not like it's been forgotten for real. No. I'm trying to think about it, but it's like there's a wall. You and me both, then. Wonder if Superbia is doing any better. You and I both, you mean? Huh? Oh, nothing. I guess we should go back to searching. Anything else, then? And Cora, you're a nerd! Nerd! Grammar nerd. Grammar nerd who likes watching movies in class. Any ideas about what we should do here? Clearly we have to escape this place. Are you familiar with this kind of game? It's generally a small computer game where you click on various elements to search and combine them in various ways to solve puzzles. Yeah. There have been movies made about it too, I know. There has to be a reason why we're here. Figuring that out is going to be tough. There's also IRL escape rooms. Let's figure out what links us all here first. And to do that well, just search everything. Maybe multiple times to make sure we got all there is. Ah, thanks, I'll be sure to do that. Anything else then? That's actually a useful hint. Never mind. You know where to find me. Let's search the bookcase again. Some of these have pretty funny titles, even if they're fakes. How to raise your IQ by kidnapping gifted children. No one has to fly. Celsius 233. Complete study on noemantics. Okay, that last one's not that funny, but what's a noematic? Examine this again. These drawers are now as empty as my pockets on the day they serve us pizza in the cafeteria. I love pizza, but this isn't the time for that anyway. I wish I could just call Pizza Hut right now. There's no working phone here, and stop making me feel hungry. It'd be kind of hard to just sit down right now. Well... I say we have the other two big blocks. So what exactly are we missing? So this computer, this cabinet would be pretty poor. Doesn't even have one file in it. No one put anything on this since we last checked, huh? Oh, I forgot. We're the only ones here, and none of us could have done it. Why am I talking to myself? Eartha and Cora, please respond. We have a lot of things to investigate, and so little time to do it, so get searching. Guess so. I was gonna say, why can't we... It's just a waste of time. Takes waste to know a waste. Yes, very hilarious. Let's go. Okay. I don't think we missed anything. Did I break something? Okay, hold on a moment. This better not be a fake out. This door is sure locked. Wait, there's something here. Oh, what did you find? There was a coin lodged on the inside of the handle. Guess that's why it wasn't moving before, huh? Door's still not opening, though. A coin? That's so random. Yeah, I wonder. The coin was added to their inventory at the back of the room. Okay, and is that what we were missing to, yes. It wasn't really clear that the size of the slot was different on those. Using the small coin, the group managed to pry the rectangular prism open. Inside was a small cube. Cube! A newspaper clipping. This is an article about the principal of a school being arrested over charges of murder. According to what's written, he was delirious and kept blaming delinquents or something. Hearing all that gives me the chills. Might as well put it with the rest of the stuff we found. Hexagonal prism. Filling with the prism and the small coin, the group unlocked the mysteries that dwelled inside the hexagonal prism. Inside was a smaller hexagonal prism. And a piece of paper. It's written, "A fake with pigtails." What the heck does that mean? My pigtails aren't fucking fake, you dead tree leftover. It's gotta be the least useful thing we've found here, but... don't know, I feel weird reading that. Doesn't matter to me. Does anything matter to you at all? Okay, and that should let us open this. The shapes we found all look like they could go into the corners of this painting. Let's try them then. First, the cylinder goes into the circle. Come on, matching shapes is so easy, even your mom could do it. Let me do it. Go snatched all the shapes out of Invidia's hands to push them in each indentation one by one. When all four were in, the painting opened slightly, revealing a largely empty compartment. Hey, there's stuff inside. Let's see. First item was a pair of electronic cards. Hello. On one side of them were a few sign and red lines. On the other was a weird letter S. Hey, look, it's a cool S. You know, they're all over the place. Graffiti in the bathrooms, painted here and there. Anywhere, really. There's also a sheet of paper. This paper is pretty straight. It says, "Welcome to my emptiness." Is it related to... yeah, probably. Does it say anything else? Nope, but there's another thing in here. Give me a sec. And Cora reached in the safe, pulling out a large, old key. So, is that it? Did you say something about a lock on the door earlier? Will this work? I don't know. Let's give it a shot, but I'm doubtful. The attempt to unlock the door didn't work. The key did not actually fit in the lock at all. It was far too big. We don't have a lot of time left. Feel free to look around the room some more, but when you're ready, let's gather back at the door. Well, okay. Now, realistically, we have a bunch of notes. 2 key cards with a large, cool S. Assuming it's keycard time. Be quick, our time's short. Never mind. Never mind. You know where to find me. By the door. Well, either you figured out what links us here yet? Well, first of all, what are we? We're clearly aliens. No, not like that. Stop being stupid. I mean, what we do in life. We're students, right? I clearly recall coming here before. That makes sense to me. But then who are we? Why were we put in here? This is so annoying. What about you, Ancora? Got an idea about why we're here? What connects us? They were gonna say it on their own, huh? Is dying if you get it wrong, is it really appealing? No choice then. Good old Ancora is gonna have to step in. She'll step forward towards the door, inhaling deeply, as if preparing herself to speak it out. Two others stopped, all talking, and listened. Let me out. What links us is... Oh. Well, it fits. My emptiness. As soon as the words left her mouth, a click came from the door. The three of them looked at each other. Oh, you didn't die, apparently. Of course not. It was the answer. Are you really hoping for the opposite? And what about the metal box behind the desk? It didn't have any purpose. Yeah, I'm curious too, but we have to go. We only have a few minutes left until we die. Sperby immediately walked outside after that. Remembering what had been told to them, Vidya grabbed the old key and walked out of the room after motioning toward the shelves at Ancora. Doing good in Vidya's motion, Ancora remained inside for only another moment in order to nab the strange keycards from the shelves. There's nothing else important in it now, and it's just the bare minimum to make sure nobody gets sidetracked while exploring these rooms. No red herrings. As remaining here was useless and dangerous, the girl followed the others. As each of them left the room, their timers turned off one by one. Success! Ooh. Meeting time. All three of them emerged into a hallway. Superbia was already examining the nearby wall, having noticed the metal plates covering the entrance as soon as she'd left the classroom. There were three other people nearby, all of them watching the new arrivals. All of them wearing the same kind of high-tech helmet that the first group had. Before Ancora could talk to them, Superbia interjected herself. Nothing to do about this, it's completely blocked off. I guess we have to meet up with these losers now. The losers are in hearing range. Well, maybe she doesn't care. Hey, Ancora. Finally joined us, huh? You know, this place is kind of familiar. He remained pensive for a moment until Superbia decided to leave them and head to the group of losers, as she'd called them. Better go and meet them too. Hopefully they've had more luck than us in remembering who they are and what this place is. I mean, it's clearly a school, but... He offered a shrug at Ancora before vanishing off to join the group. After a brief moment, Ancora joined the group in order to properly introduce herself to them too. There it is. This meeting will pretty much determine how things will go for the next 5 hours. Oh. Now that Ancora was walking towards them, she could observe the group a little more closely. 2 boys and 1 girl, apparently. Though that third one was more a woman than a girl. Yeah? Interesting. They all 3 seem older than normal high school folks. The second group, I guess they managed to escape first. This guy on the left, he's Ira, and fittingly, he has the lion helmet. Fairly built. Decidedly someone you don't want to mess with on a physical level. In the middle there is Tristia. He has the horse helmet, and he's also a little round. Variety is the spice of life, as they say. Not everyone keeps up in shape like Ira does. Now on the right there is... Avaricia. She has the pig helmet, and she's also clearly older than the rest. this pig. I think a teacher is actually a member of my emptiness. Oh. The situation had come to a standstill between the two teams of 3. Maybe the nicknames aren't just given to us arbitrarily. Maybe they're literally like usernames on that site. All 3 of them looked upon one another as if judging each other's potential threat level. The entire scenario was playing out similarly to a pack of predators sniffing out who would be the first to go, regardless of if their given animal was carnivore, herbivore, or omnivore. This really can't last any longer. I can't blame anyone here for hesitating this much because it's hard to tell who can be trusted, if anyone can even be trusted. The thing is, not even I know which one will be most useful. There's no point in hesitating then. That's a gamble, and that's all there is to it. So it doesn't matter. As Ancora contemplated her options, Invidia and Superbia moved forward. Deciding to not fall behind, the girl did much the same. Ancora introduced herself to Ira first, a good friend to make. Hi. Hey. Ira clammed up after that greeting, and Ancora didn't know what else to say. A few seconds of utterly intolerable silence settled between them. Not much of a talker, huh? That's not really my strength. My strength, it's strength itself. Isn't that great? Yeah. Ira moved his arm to flex a little, showing off to Ancora, giving us the gun show. Up close, he seemed even more built than he looked from afar. He's stuttering. It's kind of weird. Is he afraid or something? Maybe it's just a natural stutter. Anyway, I bet you won't know my name. It's Ira. Shortened to the point, is it? Not that I chose it, to be fair. It just sort of pops into my head. Like, that's my name, that I knew. How much for not being chatty? Maybe he's shy and he's making efforts to get over it. Good on ya. Ira scratched his helmet a little. It made it look like he was scratching the back of his head. The fact that he was wearing the helmet didn't seem to hinder him much. And you... what's your name? According to what we found in our room, I'm Ancora. Really, huh? Funny. That was the final name on that list. I guess you guys found that list of names, too. Yeah, with the website address. I'm not too good at all that stuff. Oh, don't worry about it. It's fine. I figured that part out already, no problem here. Hey, what does that mean? Don't make fun of me for being bad with computers. Forget it. Nice to meet you, I guess. I don't suppose you know anything about these helmets. I wanted to take it off, but when I tugged on it, that weird little girl appeared again, and I was told if I tried that again, it would cut my head off. Sorry, I'm in the dark too. That sucks. Let's talk about it later then. Maybe you could arrange a powerful enough clamp, entirely metallic, to do that, but still. Simple approach, just inject poison. Nice and simple. With a nod towards the others, he turned to the side a bit, making it clear he was done talking with Ancora for now. Yeah, he's a little rude. Then again, Ira takes after the sin of wrath, so one can't expect otherwise. After everyone introduced themselves to each other, the group took a few moments to sort everything out. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Hello, Tristy. Tristy? I'm gonna have a nightmare trying to save all of these names. So, Tristy. To recapitulate, we have Ancora, girl wearing a helmet that looks like a bear. And there's Avaricia, wearing the one that looks like a pig. Yeah, sorry, I don't think that particular mask means anything either, if that makes you feel any better. It wasn't clear if Avaricia even acknowledged what Tristia had said. She remained silent out of concern, a annoyance, anger, or simply because she was speechless at the fact, he felt the need to add some kind of apology. You didn't have to point it out, dumbass. Just be ready for others to mind him more. Either way, there's Superbia too. She's the rabbit. Excuse you, you mean a rabbit queen? Didn't look like her confidence was radiating strongly enough to make Tristia back off. Yes, sure, but you wear a rabbit helmet and not a crown, so that makes you just a rabbit right now. Ooh, fair enough. Where was I? Right, there's the lion too, Lyra. Then we have Invidia the wolf, and myself, Tristitia the horse. We're lacking 3 others. Who cares? We're safe and it's all that matters. The others can eat shit and die. I wouldn't say safe just yet. And besides, that's not really nice either. What do you want me to do about it? You know you're a teacher, so you totally have to act like you care, but you don't have to keep that up here. You know what me said, right? You are as much a suspect as anyone else. That goes for you too. Avrisha took her distance to cool off before some kind of fight broke out. Maybe she simply couldn't stand the rabbit, but Ancora couldn't tell. Where do you get that number anyway? 3 more of us. Yeah, we're supposedly 9 total. Me told us that much. Don't you guys ever listen when you're in class? Are you a teacher as well, Tristan? There's also the matter of the time ticking. We're not too far off hitting the 1st hour mark. Me said 6 hours was our limit, right? I hope they hurry then. Our room wasn't nearly this bad. It's possible they're having issues because they're not used to piercing elements together. There was barely any of that needed. Honestly, there was just one sheet with all of our names on it, and that was, the answer. As if fate had been waiting for the subject to be brought up, the final door opened. Out of the room bolted 2 figures. Uh-oh. The redhead is Gula, the other one is Luxuria. Uh-oh. But, where's the 3rd one? They left the room in a hurry, and as soon as they were out, Luxuria rolled up into a ball, and Gula held the wall next to the closed door as support. That was completely absurd! Who could have engineered such deadly contraptions? We made it out just in time, but... As she spoke, a small click came from the door to signal the fact that it locked again. In the same moment, everyone's vision turned black. Hello again to all of you, dear animals. Sorry for that. I'm sure you don't like to be called animals, yet none of you could pass for actual human beings. At the very least, congratulations are in order. Congratulations, you made it out. At least, I am hoping all 9 made it out. As a prize for managing to get out, I'll be generous. The door in front of you will be rendered accessible. Or at least the panel next to it will be. Please take your time solving the puzzle on it while exchanging pleasantries between fellow criminals. Oh, did I not make that clear before? Allow me to rectify that then. All of you are backstabbers of the highest order. Criminals, scum, animals. You let instincts drive over reason. You commit crimes like they're nothing. In particular, you all have one special crime you hold dear to your heart. Don't let anyone find out, or maybe they'll distrust you. Maybe they'll kill you. But first, one thing at a time. By unlocking this door, you'll gain access to the crossroads. That which originally was in the middle of your beloved school is now where you'll coldly murder each other. Oh, don't be late now. I'll see you later. Crossroads. Me vanished once more. The group took a few seconds to calm down since the recording had been disorienting, due to the fact that it was shown directly into their helmets. We already introduced ourselves to each other, so after you two go, we'll do the introductions back at you. Averisha stepped forward, pointing at the two girls who escaped last. Wait a second. Both our teams had 3 people in them. What about yours? It's the third one, she... Luxuria held her helmet, visibly shaking at the mere thought of what she was trying to say. Gula stepped forward to take over. Deepest apologies, she's very reserved. Her strength failure, incapable of uttering our companion's ultimate fate in your stead. No, it's fine. I'll tell them. Our room was hard and she guessed wrong. Interesting, so that's what happened with them. The third girl guessed wrong. Luxuria pushed her head back to the wall and slid to the ground, holding her legs in a fetal position. An awkward silence lingered on the group, only interrupted by her sniffling a tad. At the moment, Gula cleared her throat. I am assuming your wanton gazes are fixated on my being at this moment. I am unfortunately acutely aware of my physique, and is unsuitably dressed for societal purposes. Glanced over at Luxuria. Arthur didn't notice it or paid no mind to it. She seemed envious of that hoodie. I can assure you this body article was not in any way my own doing. Whoever incarcerated us must be finding some sort of wicked enjoyment out of it. Admittedly, I didn't touch their clothing at all, so that's false. Also, as it is apparent, I can witness you are all adored of a helmet much like hers and mine. Yeah, the sooner it's off, the better off I'll be. Naturally. Who would hold any desire to don their cranium with such an aberration? Not only is its appearance grotesque, but it's also completely unwieldy. Sorry, it just takes a bit to process. Little jarring, very verbose manner of speech. Following that, the instructions began anew. This time it included the pair who had just come out. And Cora didn't feel like talking to either of them since her mind was entirely on the puzzle they had to solve. Or that she had to solve, really. Hey, a little bit of trust with Lion. And we're going to find out who our last fellow is. It's probably on a few of their minds, too. This puzzle is fairly important to get past, like my Iftar said, but I can wait a little bit. Blonde girl hesitated for a few seconds, but she ultimately decided to not bother with the puzzle for now. Many of the two newcomers would allow her to learn important information about them. And Cora... They're both interesting. Gula was hanging out a bit further away from the others. Upon seeing the girl approach her, she faced Ancora and began talking without hesitation. Yes, greetings. I am Gula. I have obviously been christened something more palatable, but that is a nickname, I suppose. No uninspired comment on my outfit if you value your security. I wasn't going to. I'm Ancora. At least, that's what we figured out. Ancora? That is strange for a name as well. Upon further thinking, our third party also neglected to properly show an interest in elaborating upon her designation. So, she didn't introduce herself. Quite. You have a very flowery speech pattern. Do I? It's contemporarily second nature to me, so forgive me should my terms become obnoxious. I just didn't expect that from your looks. Gula snickered of a laugh. It had nothing fancy to it. Judging one by their appearance ought to be a fatal mistake in this place. Suburbia happened to hear her, and she approached the duo, holding her hip in a condescending way. You think so? Appearances are everything, especially for someone like me. My family's rich, and I could buy this school and everyone in it if I wanted. Enough of that vanity. What about your earthly label? My name? It's Superbia. Perhaps you all aren't aware of it, but it contains superb, which is my default. Is that why you have to always act like such a bitch? Superbia flipped the bird without hesitation. You can't change who you are. I'm not a bitch, I just know I'm better than you lot. If there weren't people like me in this world, you'd all still be wallowing in mud. Your behavior is appalling. Quite frankly, I shall be flabbergasted should your demise be delayed by any other death. The fuck are you even saying? I think she's saying if you aren't the next one to die, she's going to be very surprised. We'll see who's dying next soon enough. Fair enough. Group of 3 disappeared following those words, leaving Ancora alone to her thoughts. Group of 3 including Luxuria, or? Can't believe nobody's thinking about the puzzle. This is all well and good, but it's there, you know. They're going to keep talking while ignoring the main pressing matter. It's Tristia this, and Superbia that, and Luxuria this. Why can't we have better, shorter nicknames? Those are much easier to remember. I like the name Lux, too. Oh, me too. We could come up with smaller, cuter nicknames. I like this. And Cora was already no longer listening to them. No, listen to them. I want to hear this. Instead, she stood in front of the puzzle, having decided to solve that while they were talking about nicknames. There was a sense of urgency nobody else was acknowledging. It's just their way of coping with it. They're distracting each other, trying to find the chink in their Pierce armor. Something feels wrong with all this, too. This door wasn't supposed to be locked in this way. It feels like my friend is testing me. They don't know about what's happening here. Was I duped? Or is someone else duping me, perhaps? I know for a fact there is a traitor in this group. The entire reason why this is being held is to find out the traitor, because they all shouldn't know Pandora's real identity. My real identity. One of them knows, though. Is it Superbia? Invidia? Gula? Luxuria? Avaricia? Justicia? Maybe Ira? Of course, I already know who Pandora is. Oh, that's our appearance, isn't it? Is it because I'm Pandora? What if the traitor died already? Could I be so lucky? Until I find proof, I'll assume it's one of those still alive. And I'll make sure they pay, even if I have to kill 6 of them. And the box. We'll be waiting. Ah! Nice. Okay. So that's all for the demo of Birthed Me Code. Definitely interested in where this goes. Takes a little bit to actually present the context of the game, which is that Pandora, the Mastermind, is here looking for the traitor. To what? We don't know. We got a few threads as far as what might actually be connecting us. Do we all really know each other in some way? Are we all members of this site? Is there something bigger behind this site? Which resulted in this game being set up. It's set up some interesting mysteries. I feel like it might help a little bit to give us a bit of a clearer picture about how... Well, maybe that'll come later on down the line. Just later on down the line, as we learn more about the characters and my emptiness, so to speak. But I guess I wish that it was a bit more clear who the parties in the background are that we're looking for. We have Pandora, who is obviously the mastermind of this game. We have her techie friend who set up the helmets and set puzzles on them. Is that the same friend who's doing things in this game? Doing unexpected things to test her or fuck with her? What is the purpose of my emptiness? What crimes did we all commit? What does she mean at the beginning? And said they've all committed grave sins. But, because there's a bit at the beginning where she says that they've all committed grave sins, and it's all Pandora's fault, my fault, because I'm Pandora. I'm curious about the dead. The dead number 9 in the third room too. Is the way Pandora talked about it to herself, it seemed like it was legitimately unexpected. So curious to know what the deal with the mysterious 9th dead character is. We currently taking on the name Ancora. But the name Pandora is also on the list of 9 names, so if the 9th member had survived and come out of the room, would she be Pandora? Would she be calling herself Pandora? Okay. So yeah, we got a nice little... 6, 7, 8. I assume these are trust endings of some sort. It's curious. Oh, okay. Oh, there's the go button. No go. And I also low-key kind of like how this is set up. Demo end. It took me a bit to figure out at first, but it's literally that's loading a new file. And if I hit start, we start a new file. But I want to load my save file, which just quitting the quit option quits you to the title screen. Oh. That quick save right at the demo end. But yeah, you must load your save file into the chamber and fire it to go. The saves, took me a little bit to figure out when it was in progress, but I I dig it as a concept. I actually really like that. Let's see, only other thought I had was just that one bit in that first deduction room, where we needed a separate coin to open up the tops and get the other two shapes. Which is fine and all, but let's see, ideally I wish there could be some kind of interaction between items, because then you could say, plug it into this shape, oh it fits, it came off, plug it into this shape, oh it doesn't, it needs something smaller to jimmy it open. And if there's any way to indicate some kind of dialogue that you need a different circle to jimmy open the other shapes, I think that would help with clarity. Unless you're the kind who rubs everything in the room and finds them both first, you might end up with someone on the dense side like me who just thinks he broke something and got soft locked somehow. But yeah, I was literally on the verge of restarting that deduction room when I clicked on the door again, and then it was like, oh, wait a minute. Oh, there's the other circle. Oh, now we can finish this puzzle. Okay. But yeah. For first puzzle, it was relatively simple. Fit the things together. It's generally set up that once you have the item you need, flips a flag, lets you use it. Simple enough, it works. It was enjoyable. I'm interested to learn more about Pandora, about all of our sinners, and the biggest sinner of all, the traitor. Have I not chosen you, the 12, yet one of you is a traitor? So yeah, well, keep your eyes out for Birth Me Code down the line. Until next time, until then.